Hi everybody, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast. I just want to take a second and thank all of my subscribers. Thank you for all of your support, all of your likes, all of your shares, all of your comments. If you are interested in a private reading, please just click on my website. I do have it linked below in the description bar. Lastly, I am on social media, so I am now on Facebook. If you're interested in liking my page on Facebook, please do. I am also on Instagram, and if you are interested in receiving a daily Oracle guidance message, I do draw and upload a daily Oracle guidance card every single day to my Instagram account. So if you're interested in that, then please head over and follow me on Instagram. Oh, and one last thing, for these general tarot forecasts, you should always be sure to watch not only your sun sign, but also your moon sign and your rising sign. If you happen to not know what your moon or rising sign are, I do have linked in the description bar below a website that actually can calculate that for you for free. So I wish you all a wonderful week. Just stay tuned for the reading. Hi Scorpio, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of June 27th through July 3rd. This is for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Scorpio Rising signs. Okay, interesting. And at the bottom of the deck, Scorpio, I have the Four of Swords. Now, the Four of Swords can be a healing energy that's with you, Scorpio, this week. The Four of Swords can also represent you spending some time alone, getting some R&R, recharging your batteries, recuperating in some way. Very interesting. So the overall energy, Scorpio, for this week is justice. Now, justice can be karmic justice, you know, especially if you thought something was done to you unfairly. This could be a fairness coming in, an equality that's coming in and evening out these scales, bringing in balance, bringing in justice. But also justice can talk of legal issues, contracts, decisions, legal decisions, but not always. This can be decisions that are, or a decision that's quite significant this week. Just seeing what I get here. Which you do have the Two of Pentacles and you also have the Two of Swords. So for many Scorpios, this is a decision that's quite significant. And sometimes the Four of Swords can come up when the energy is at rest. So for some Scorpios, maybe you've been waiting on a decision. Maybe you've had to be patient with a decision. But also this can be a decision that is quite significant and it's going to actually maybe bring in some healing energy, bring some healing to you, Scorpio. I do have the Seven of Cups here, and the Seven of Cups sometimes can be a confusing energy. So this could be confusion surrounding a decision, but also this could be you desiring. The Seven of Cups is that dreamy fantasy type of energy. So this could be for some Scorpios you desiring a decision. And because we have the Two of Pentacles here, this could be a decision in regards to a home, a decision in regards to a job, something to do with your finances, because it's the Two of Pentacles. But also for some of you, the Two of Pentacles for me can represent the same thing happening over and over again, and especially sitting next to the Seven of Cups here, which can be that confusing sort of energy. You might be dealing with a situation where the same thing is happening over and over again and it's confusing you. And then I do have the Page of Swords underneath the Seven of Cups, and the Page of Swords can talk of communication or news coming to you, but also the Page of Swords can talk about delayed news, delayed communication. And the page here is looking directly at the High Priestess. The High Priestess can represent secrets, mysteries, things that are hidden. So for some of you, this could have been like a decision that maybe you were expecting, or this decision that is maybe delayed. Maybe for some of you, this can be you wanting to find something out, wanting that secret or that decision to be revealed. Because perhaps maybe for some Scorpios, this decision or this unknown information, it might actually allow you to, because I have the Ten of Swords here, it might allow for you to close the door on a difficult chapter or cycle within your life. The Ten of Swords is you going through many difficulties, having some sort of difficult period or situation within your life, and this is perhaps some communication or a decision that maybe allows for you to completely put this behind you. But because I have the Knight of Pentacles here on the other side of the Ten of Swords, this could be a bit of a process. When I see the Knight of Pentacles, it's telling me that, you know, things are happening, perhaps within this situation, things are happening at a slower pace. The Knight of Pentacles he's a planner, he's very cautious, and he moves at a pace that he's comfortable with. So he represents a forward moving energy, but he's a slower forward moving energy. You know, for some Scorpios, this can be you planning things out, or you being incredibly cautious. This High Priestess can very well be you, Scorpio. Maybe keeping things to yourself, being secretive. The High Priestess is very secretive, very mysterious. So you might actually be keeping things to yourself and maybe planning. You have some energies here. This Swords energy plus the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like many of you, this is your energy. This is that logical energy. This is a very serious character, the Queen of Swords. And she likes to analyze. She likes to plan. She likes to strategize. She's very detail oriented. And this is a woman who really is quite thorough. She plans things out thoroughly before taking action. So for some of you, you're maybe choosing to not move quickly with something, or not move forward quickly. You know, the Knight of Pentacles also talks of offers. And then we have the Two of Swords here underneath the Knight of Pentacles. So for some Scorpios, this might be you taking your time. You taking your time with maybe offering someone a decision. And because I have that Two of Pentacles, this might also have something to do with partnerships. This could be a relationship. This could be a business partnership. Maybe you're in a relationship with a Libra or an air sign person. But this could really be you going within with the High Priestess, you really going within and trusting your gut, trusting your intuition when making a decision, or just moving forward cautiously, moving forward slowly. And then for others, this definitely could be a decision coming to you, but maybe you need to be patient with this. Maybe it's a bit of a process, but The very positive side of the Knight of Pentacles is he's actually the only knight who's always successful. So he always reaches his goal. He always reaches his target. So I see you moving out of a difficult time within your life, Scorpio. I see you actually being able to close the door on this chapter, and I see you moving towards that decision. I see you moving towards that contract. So you will reach your goal here, Scorpio. It just might be a bit of a process with the Knight of Pentacles. In the meantime, just listen to your intuition. You're going to be incredibly intuitive this week, so listen to your intuition, trust your intuition, plan for the future. The Knight of Pentacles is he's very strategic, and he's very detail oriented as well. He likes to plan things out. He plans out each step. So, you know, use this time, if you're still waiting, use this time to plan for the future, to plan your next step. Because with the Page of Swords here, for some of you, this is news that's coming to you, but it might be delayed. Now, let me draw you an additional guidance card. I'm actually drawing you a couple of additional guidance cards. I'm still using my Messages from Your Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. This is the deck that I use for you every week. But I'm also actually drawing you a Healing with the Fairies Oracle card by Doreen Virtue. This is a new deck that I just got. All right, some additional guidance for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know? Some additional guidance for Scorpio. What else does Scorpio need to know for this upcoming week? Some additional guidance for Scorpio. Now I'm going to draw you a Healing with the Fairies Oracle card. Some last guidance or last advice for Scorpio for this upcoming week. There we go. Okay, so the first card that flipped out for you, Scorpio, is Opal. Your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well cared for by God and the angels. So this situation might have something to do with your children. But because we have justice here, just know that justice will be served. Justice is a yes answer. So this decision, this contract, you know, this legal matter, this fairness, this karmic justice, you will reach that, Scorpio. For some of you, because this is the overall energy, you actually might reach this decision. You might receive that decision or that fairness this week. But for other Scorpios, I'm sensing that, you know, it might be delayed, but you just need to use this time, you know, to plan for the future, to plan out your next step. And definitely listen to your intuition at this time. But this might be a situation that has something to do with children for some of you. And then for others, if you have been worried about your child or your children, no matter what age, just know that they are well taken care of. Now, we also have self-reliance. You know, you are your own best friend, and you can provide yourself emotionally, for yourself emotionally and physically. So you just might be incredibly self-reliant this week, Scorpio. So trust yourself, trust your intuition. So I do hope that you found this reading helpful, Scorpio. I hope you have a wonderful week. Take care.